All right, so welcome back with another video. So, Boss Lady Bad is asking, are humans evil by design? Yes, they are. Okay, and I've had this debate with many people over the years, and it's always led to heated arguments because most people don't want to admit that humans are evil by nature. Okay, they just don't want to admit it. They have an idea that we are all evil to an extent, but they just can't admit it. Now, I'm not saying that every aspect of humanity is evil. Okay, there is some good in humanity, but I'll venture to say there's just as much bad as there is good, if not more. Okay, so from my perspective, whatever amount of good there is, there's just the same amount of bad, if not more. Okay, just based on what I've observed. And I'm sure, hey, I'm sorry, it's a lot of traffic. Okay, I'm at my mom's house. She lived right by the road. But anyway, just based on what I observe, this world is full of evil. Okay, and it's mainly caused by humanity. All right. Now, like I said, I've gotten into heated debates with people over the years regarding this very topic. Okay, because most people don't want to admit it, but it's just what it is. Now, I can sit here all day and tell you that humanity is evil, but let's look at why humanity is evil. All right. So let's say, how can I explain this? All right. So let's say there are no laws in place. All right. I'm sure a lot of you know where I'm getting at, but let's say there's no laws in place. All right. No law enforcement. Pretty much you're free to do what you want. Okay. There's no repercussions. You don't got to worry about getting locked up. You don't got to worry about serving time, nothing like that. You're pretty much just free to do as you want. I mean, do you know what kind of chaos would ensue if they said, pretty much like a purge, okay? That's pretty much what it would be. If there are no laws in place, okay, there is nothing dictating people. I mean, it would be chaos, okay? You would see the true nature of humanity. Another example, let's say if there's a grid down scenario, okay? Let's say there's no power, okay? Let's say if let's say if the Eastern power grid went down. Okay, we have 3 grids. Let's say if one grid went down, the Eastern power grid. So like Florida, Georgia, all that. I mean, even in a scenario like that, you're gonna see the bad side of humanity, okay? Because with a grid down scenario, you gotta think there's gonna be no food in the grocery stores, okay? Because they can't keep the food refrigerated, for one. All right. Emergency services, that's going to be down if there's no power. Okay, so there's not going to be no responders, okay, if there's a crime taking place. So what I'm trying to say is, in a scenario like that, there's going to be looting. Okay, people are going to become desperate. When there's no more food in the grocery stores, people are going to turn on each other. Yeah, you'll have a few that will probably try to help each other out, but that's not going to be the case for the vast majority of the populace. Okay, most people are going to turn on each other. And the best way I can say it, you can see the true nature of humanity in desperate times. Okay, so in a scenario like that, a grid down scenario where there's no electricity, no power, that's when you see the worst of humanity. Okay, I'm sure most of y'all agree with me, and I'm sure a few of y'all do not, but I mean, that's fine if you don't agree with me. This is just common sense, okay? This is just pure common sense. When people become desperate, that's when you see the worst in people, okay? We can sit here and say, no, that's not gonna happen when times are good, because we have nothing to worry about right now, okay? But when shit hits the fan, it's a whole different ball game, okay? Just imagine there's no power for, let's say, a month. Imagine there's no food in the grocery stores. Okay, all the shelves are wiped clean. All the stores been looted. Yeah, let's say there's no gas in the gas stations. Let's say you live in the inner city. People are gonna become very desperate. Let's say there's no government assistance. The government don't give a shit about you. So let's say in a time like that, okay, there's no food in the grocery stores. You live in the inner city, so you can't necessarily hunt like we can out here in the country. Okay, we can hunt out here in the country. We're in the suburbs, but in the inner city, it's not feasible to do that. So let's just say, okay, let's say you live in Chicago, a place that's already a shithole. Let's say you live there, all right? In a scenario like that, it'll be utter chaos, okay? And mind you, there wouldn't be no law enforcement to stop people or to deter people at that point. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to say. In a time like that, that's when you're going to see the worst. Okay. And it takes a scenario like that to bring out the worst in people. Because like I say, times are good right now. We don't really have nothing to complain about. Yeah, it's a lot going on right now, but no one's really desperate like that. Okay. Like a famine, for example. There's a famine, it pretty much be like your animalistic nature is going to come out. Okay, we're all civilized right now because like I said, I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but we ain't got nothing to worry about. But if there was a famine or something like that, just mass starvation, you'll probably kill your neighbor for a loaf of bread. Okay, a slice of bread, whatever. That animalistic instinct going to come out at that point. It's going to be you trying to survive, all right, at whatever cost, whatever means necessary. The only thing you're concerned about at that point is trying to survive. So when you ask, are humans evil by nature? Yeah, I think that's just by design, because at the end of the day, you're just an animal. I mean, I don't even know if I should call it evil. You're just an animal at the end of the day, and you're going to do what it takes to survive. Even if that means killing somebody, if you got to beat somebody up and kill them just to take their food, if you're that desperate and it comes to that, then yeah, that's what you're gonna do. That's what most people will do. Okay, I'm almost certain, but you wouldn't know unless you're in that situation. Just look at the animal kingdom. Okay, a lot of animals out there gotta kill each other just to survive. Okay, humans are no different. Okay, we're no different. Okay, like I said, everything's good right now. We can go to the store and get food. Okay, we have nothing to worry about. Pretty much everything's provided for us. All right, so Boss Lady Bad is also asking, why do people need religion to act right? Okay, and I mentioned this in many videos, but I'll mention it again, okay, because it's kind of like with the law. Okay, the law is in place as a deterrent also. People know there's going to be repercussions if they do certain things. Okay, if they do certain bad things, there's going to be some sort of repercussion in place. Okay, religion's really no different. Okay, they put this in people's mind that if they don't act right, if they don't live meaningful lives or whatever, however you want to say it, they're going to hell. Okay, it's going to be like this eternal punishment. Okay, and a lot of people genuinely believe that. So a lot of people are going to abide by these rules that's laid out for them. But once again, this goes back to the fact that humans are evil by nature. Okay, because they need this religion. They need this instilled in their minds that they're going to hell for all eternity, just to get them to act right. Okay, just so they don't go out here and murder each other. There's already a lot of killings, don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying the world would be a lot crazier than it is now if it wasn't for religion. Okay, and I know we all know that religion is BS, but these people are scared of going to hell for all eternity. Okay, and they're gonna do what they can to try to live right, try to act right. Okay, and like I said, it's all part of indoctrination. Okay, they start you out as a little kid going to church and believing all this stuff. And again, as y'all already know, I grew up in the church, and a lot of people were terrified of going to hell, and they did all they could to act right. So right there is an example for you. Okay, religion's in place just for that, so people will act right. So religion is kind of like the law, but it's God's law. Okay, it's God wants you to do this, God wants you to do that, or you're gonna spend all eternity in hell with no possibility of getting out. So you tell people that, you start them out when they're young, as little kids, you tell people that, they're gonna believe it, and they're gonna be terrified. They're gonna try to do what they can. They're gonna try to act right. They're gonna try to live life the way God wanted them to live life. Okay, because they're terrified of this punishment. Yeah, so you're asking, why do people have to be taught love and compassion and kindness? I mean, you pretty much answer your own question. Okay, because people are evil by nature. They have to be taught these things. Just imagine if we just came straight out the womb. We're not taught anything. We're not civilized. We'll be out here murking each other. Okay, if there are no laws, nothing like that, we would have no problem killing each other like the animals we are. Okay, so that's how I see it. If any of you disagree, let me know in the comments. Okay, we're just having a friendly discussion, but that's how I see it. Okay, I mean, I don't know how else you could see it. Like I said, just think if these laws were not in place. Okay, if we were desperate for food, it wouldn't be nothing like it is now. I can assure you that. It wouldn't be nothing like it is now, okay? Yeah, we'd be out here murking each other for whatever food we got, okay? We would be murking each other to get water, whatever our needs are, we would take it from each other, even if that means killing another human just to get it, okay? So if that's not evil, I don't know what to call it. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. Maybe we just call it nature. But then again, look at nature. Nature's pretty evil if you ask me, okay? And here's something else that I wanted to point out. Look at kids. Look how kids behave, okay? And I don't mean like high school kids, okay, although they do it as well, but little kids, like elementary school kids, middle school kids, they bully other kids relentlessly, okay? Just straight up evil, just bully other kids relentlessly, okay? And yeah, matter of fact, that's going to be an upcoming video because someone had requested about a video on emotional distress caused by bullying. But yeah, that's just pure evil how these little kids treat other kids. I'm sure most of you have witnessed this. You've probably even been a victim of it, okay? But I always made a joke saying how kids act in school is pretty much a preview of how humanity acts when you grow up and become an adult. Yeah, and don't get me started on all these wars, okay? All these conflicts that have taken place throughout time, okay? I mean, that right there should tell you the true nature of humanity, okay? They want control, they want power, and they'll do whatever it takes to get it. Look what's happening right now, okay? I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get banned, but look what's happening right now. I mean, that's all the proof you need, okay? And this is gonna continue as long as humanity is here on this planet. It's gonna continue. I mean, I hate to say it, it doesn't seem as though this world is getting any better, okay? As a matter of fact, it seems as though it's getting worse. From my perspective, maybe some of you see it differently, but I don't see much of an improvement here, okay? I mean, just tune in to the current events. All you hear is WW3. All you hear is nuclear this, nuclear that, nuclear bomb. I mean, WTF, you know? So yes, to answer your question, humans are evil by nature. Yeah, point blank period. I mean, there's no way around it, all right? There's no way around it. So I know society will lead you to believe otherwise. You know, a lot of people get mad when you talk like this, but it's just what it is, okay? We're all about truth. We're truth seekers. It's just what it is, okay? We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're just going to tell it as it is. So, yeah, I'm telling it as it is. If y'all got something else y'all want to chop up, let me know. Embrace your inner darkness. I'm out.